Okay, so welcome. So this is a video relating to our upcoming Mother's Day. And for those of you who are joining me on Facebook, say hi, let me know who's here, post a question if you have one, and let me see if I can help you. So the reason I want to talk about the Mother's Day is because we all carry within us some type of mother wound.
Isn't it already been Mother's Day?
No, it's on Sunday.
Oh.
I've got a little girl off with a snotty nose this morning, so she's off school today. Do you want to say hi? Say hi quickly.
Hi.
Okay, cool.
I've only been off school for 2 days. This is my second day.
Okay, give me a kiss.
I'll keep making my best.
Okay. So the mother wound. So the mother wound lives within us all. So the more and more I kind of look at my own patterning, my own mother wound, it becomes apparent that your level of success can be thwarted if you haven't healed that part of you that can be ancestral, past life, and reflective of this life, and how you're dealing with that internal mother wound. The same can be said about the father as well. It's whoever I feel is the more dominant parent in your life, the more dominant figure, how they've brought you up and the messages you've received. So as much loving upbringing that you may have had, those messages have fed into your subconscious mind, can form a promise, a vow, a contract, a soul contract that you can be fulfilling unbeknown to you, that is actually holding you back. So it's important that we look back upon this life and even venture into past lives to really see what those contracts and vows were that we've made that can be thwarting you fulfilling your potential in this life. So hi Heather, how are you? Somebody else is with us. If you have a question, fire it across and I'll do what I can to help answer that for you. So the mother wound runs so deep, and when we experience even negative and even positive on some level experiences, we can carry the promises that we've made in that moment. For instance, if anybody's ever experienced a heartbreak and they felt like their first love has let them down, or they've just experienced some pain where it comes to deep emotional wounding, think back to around that time and you may notice, I know I certainly do, that you've made a vow, a contract, a promise on a deep subconscious level that your subconscious mind takes in and manifests into your reality. Something like, I'll never be hurt again, I'll never love again, I'll never trust again, I'll never allow that to happen to me again. So those kinds of words form soul contracts and vows, and they can carry on right through because your brain doesn't know the difference between real or fake. So your mind will be making sure that it fulfills your promise, that it carries out as a dutiful servant and obeys your rule of never let that happen to me again. So it's always on guard, always protecting you, walking away from relationships, walking away from you being seen and successful, walking away from you shining your light, walking away from you being your authentic self. All of those promises we made to ourselves on the subliminal as children, just for our survival, they carry on and play on repeat right up until the day, our dying day, and we look back in regret and think of all the things that we didn't do based on a false promise we made to ourselves, or until the day you take control of your life and you start to do the inner work and you start to reframe, rewrite, and create new beliefs for yourself that are in alignment to the true self. But what is the true self? So that's a journey in itself. Good morning, Joe. Any questions, let me know. So I've gone into talking about the mother wound. As you know, a lot of my work is all about healing childhood trauma. So for those of you who will see me on YouTube, I'm Anne-Marie, owner of the Soul Awakening Academy and creator of Quantum Holographic Echo Healing. And I work with people to help them uncover their root cause wounding. So sometimes we go back into past lives, we can do soul retrieval work. We look at the stored negative emotions that are on replay in your subconscious mind and in every memory and cell of your body, reliving itself, all designed to keep your animalistic limbic side of you, reptilian side of your brain safe, because controls all our autonomic functions. That side of us that is designed to survive, procreate, eat, sleep, live the next day. That survival instinct in us goes so deep that any external emotional experience we have, it gets stuck in our chakra system, our energy system, and it plays like a record on repeat. If a parent left, if a child shamed us, if we were humiliated, all of those stories live within a specific chakra at a specific time, on a specific timeline. And we can even trace it back to karma, which means it's a lesson that is unlearned in this lifetime that we've come back to heal. And when we heal that within this lifetime, we heal that on all lifetimes. And that has a ripple effect in our DNA. So has a ripple effect on the past life DNA we're connected to and the future life DNA we're connected to. So that's how you can quantumly change your future timeline, by changing the current here and now. And also that has a ripple effect on your ancestors as well, and your hereditary, let's say your genetic line. It will go forward in time and change that as well for them. Quantum entanglement shows that everything happens spontaneously in the same moment. So there is no past, present, and future. It's everything we do now impacts the past and the future. So working on the here and now is so important. Good morning, Brendan. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Can I borrow that? I might need that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so healing the mother wound is super important. And for Mother's Day, I'm working with a client at the moment who's having really great revelations about how with their own children, they're becoming consciously aware of how the mother wound is playing down that female line. So it's only when you can sit in your own truth, so you know that you're on the road to healing, is when you can sit in your own truth in the company or within the memories in your mind of the perpetrators, let's see, because we can see ourselves as victims when we haven't healed from something, and we can see that other person or persons as perpetrators. So when we sit in those memories, or we sit in the company of those perpetrators, we know how far we've evolved our level of consciousness by how triggered we feel in their company in the moment. Do we still feel like the shameful child? Do we still feel like the abandoned child or the victimized child? How does your body respond being in the energy of those people? Because what you're doing is you're freezing those memories, you're freezing those emotions so that they stay there, all designed to keep you safe. But to question that reality is, how in danger are you right now? As a 45-year-old woman, how in danger am I? Do I really need to keep this belief system in place for my survival? Well, the answer is no. If it's based on an old emotional experience, the answer is no. I don't need that in place right now to keep me safe. What I need is to take my next step forward into my own truth, into the alignment of my own soul purpose. And I can't do that without reframing the beliefs. So first of all, I have to start to see the perpetrator as a person, as a conscious being. I can even go so deep as to maybe explore past lives of where we've had interactions in the past. And there's some unhealed, conscious bias going on around that person now in this reality. Hi, Leah. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. So what I want to look at for the people who are on Facebook is how to help them move forward in their life. Now, it can be a business related question. I help people, spiritual entrepreneurs, form a business, whether that's through the training I provide. I help people become spiritual life coaches and quantum holographic echo healers. So it can be, and I've faced this myself, when you know you're on a bit of a mission and a purpose, as in you want to wake up every day and live a meaningful existence. And quite often, people who are healers, light workers, whatever term you want to call it, have a deep desire to want to help other people. They want to be of service. I want to be of service to other people who are on a path of healing themselves. The way I express that is through working with clients one-to-one to help them uncover their wounds and move forward, or to help people become spiritual entrepreneurs and do the work that I do, so we can have that massive ripple effect. But it's not easy. It's not a walk in the park for people. It wasn't a walk in the park for me. All I knew was I had a burning desire to heal, and I didn't even know what that would look like. So spending years of agonizing years of what the hell do? I don't know what to do with this feeling, and it's like burning inside me. So, and quite often when, as healers, we need to earn money as well. So it's like, how do I earn money from doing this thing that I want to do? How do I get known? What's my brand? What's my message? Who's my target audience? How do I put that out in the world? So there are lots of ways that we can do, and I have a workshop coming up, which is a soul aligned business ascension workshop, where we can look at your business, look at you, find out what archetype you are, find out the archetype of your brand, what your brand should be, and lots of different things to help you formulate this plan based on your past story, based on your Chiron, based on your wounding. It can even be based on your north and south node as well, the gifts that you've brought into this world, and the potential of where you need to place yourself and follow that North Star, if you like, in this life. So there's many ways I can do it, but that takes obviously longer than this live that I'm doing now. So anyone have any questions, and I can answer that for you. Joe says, that sounds exciting. Yes, it is. I can't wait to do it. I've done it once before lockdown, and it's brilliant. I can't wait to do it again. Leah says, that's so me. Good. And Joe says, always find the challenges when there is a secondary gain and the person feels aligned to being a victim. I couldn't have said it better myself, Joe. I don't know if you saw the cards that I pulled for myself this morning. So right now, I know I have a juxtaposition going on in my mind, and it is about secondary gain, Joe. You are totally right. So within myself at the moment, I'm experiencing that money's coming in and then it's going straight out. It's coming in, it's going out, and I'm finding it like hard to get that balance at the moment. I'm somebody who loves to spend money. If I've got it, I want to spend it. I want to, advance myself. I like to have nice things. I like to be generous with people, so it can be a bit of a battle. And also in my business, because I'm a creative. I like to create things that people can use. I can find that hard to ground sometimes because I have so many ideas all going on at the same time, that it can be hard for me to ground. And sometimes I get so confused that I just stay silent, which doesn't help me or the business at all. So some cards I chose this morning. So I woke up early hours this morning, receiving amazing downloads of information. Some of it I've forgotten, so I'm going to try and recall it today. But it was about archetypes. So the message I came to, I have to try things on myself before obviously I'll try it on anyone else. So it was to go back into the archetypes, because we do work with archetypes on the spiritual coaching course, and they're brilliant. I pulled an archetype card to give me clarity on my financial situation, and it was amazing. It was the saboteur, and I've put them back in the deck now, but it was the saboteur who prevents themselves from reaching that next level of success because they don't know how they're going to handle it. Now that is something that is huge in me, that I can say that just spoke to me. And there was another one about the saboteur, which was, I can't remember now, you'd have to look on the post. Hang on. An inability to defend, oh, it doesn't, it's cut out. Oh no, that's the one. Let me see. Okay, the saboteur induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others, and highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Yeah, so that's absolutely spoke to me volumes. So then I asked, okay, what do I need to do? What archetype do I need to embody to get out of this situation? And I got the thief. That means sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Okay. So that again spoke to me in volumes. Like, what do you do when you feel like you're potentially going in an uphill battle, and that, there's a lot going on in your head and you're not quite grand? Anyway, for me, the thief was like, okay, just share what you know. Just get your stuff out there. Just share what you know. It doesn't have to be all tidied up. It can just be raw. It can just be me. It can just be whatever. It doesn't have to be all bells and whistles, all tied up in a pretty bow. So for me, that really helped me understand what I can do. So yes, I've done my human design. So Leah says, yes, I constantly refrain. Yeah. And like Joe says, there's a secondary gain. The secondary gain for me is because I'm scared that I can't handle it. I'm scared that I don't have the right environment to be able to handle it. I don't have the people in my life to be able to handle it very well. What happens to my kids if I need to be working more, away more? Who takes care of things for me if I then have to go to that next level of success? So the secondary gain is keeping me safe. So let me see if I can help you. So throw a question out there. Maybe it's a challenge where you are now. Let's see if we can maybe share this. Oh no, it's not good. Let's see if we can get a few more people on. So please, if you don't mind sharing to your groups or your pages, that would be amazing. I'm just going to do that now. See if we can build up some energy here. And then ask me your questions about how I can help you. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Joe. Joe says she appreciates what I'm saying, that always wanting to be perfect before we launch rather than just starting our work. Yeah, that totally, yeah, that's how it feels. And it can be quite debilitating at times when you feel like everything has to be a plan, especially in like a business. I get told off constantly by people in my team because I don't plan and I don't have a strategy, and it's not the way things should be done particularly, but that's the way that I am, and quite spontaneous in that way.
I need to see my room.
Okay, give me 5 minutes and then I will. Okay.
I want to stay here. I want to stay here with you, Mom.
Okay. So
Anyway,
let me see if anybody has a question.
like nobody.
No?
I think they all understand.
Well, that's good. I hope so.
Wait, is that the video? Nobody?
No.
Nope.
Nobody has a question.
Nobody.
So, okay, so let me then think about how I can help you.
What did you see that video?
I'm going to come right now. So, Amelia, let's see how we can help them move forward. Let's see what they will need to know. So,
What about what?
let me think. So, with the energy of the mother, yeah, sometimes mummies don't always get it right, do they?
Yep.
No.
Because they're not the children. They don't the children have.
They what?
Sometimes Dad does not even believe it.
No. Well, sometimes mummies and daddies get things wrong, don't they?
Yes, like Dad, every time I tell him a question, says I'm lying, but I'm not.
Does he?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, because I'm not lying.
Okay, so yeah. So sometimes mummies and daddies get things wrong, and then it can make you feel, I don't know, maybe a bit sad or something.
Yeah,
And not
he makes me sad.
And not
And
understand.
that whistles me.
What about mummy? What does mummy make you feel then?
Because you do the same thing.
Do I? Oh, look, I apologise for that, babe. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel kind of sad. Like when you did believe me, when I did have a cold, because I'm off. You did believe me, because Dad told you I was snoring last night.
I know. Okay. So sometimes, like I say, mums and dads can get it really wrong. And you know, they can cause things, maybe not quite that, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
When you say you're sick, sometimes I don't believe you.
Amelia.
What?
Nothing.
Why did you just say my name then?
It doesn't matter. Right. Let's see. Let's pull some
Is it
architect. Yes. Don't stop it now. Okay.
I thought it by YouTube.
Let's see. Let's see how what this Mother's Day energy can bring to us. So what I'm noticing in myself at the minute is I'm more than my story. Obviously, my story is quite a big story. It all relates to mother and father wounds. So, you know, both. Joe says, would love to know my archetype right now. Yeah, I'll do that for you. So you're more than your story, although your story causes you to play a role, and you are so much more than that. And we can adopt lots of different roles, lots of different energies. You know, we are just energy, so we can step into any energetic frequency that we want and play embody a certain archetypal role that is maybe more in alignment and helps us break free from the negative archetypal role that we're currently playing. So let's just see how this mother energy is playing out. You know, right now, obviously, we have some heavy stuff going on in the world with the war. That's so going to start to cause, agonizing for mothers from both sides of the coin. The Russian mothers having their sons in war, and the Ukrainian mothers who are giving birth right now, whose children are being traumatized by the events that are going on. That ripple effect of conscious fear spreads through us all. We can all empathize as a woman what another woman might be going through, or what another parent might be going through. No, I know.
Oh boy.
Okay, so the energy archetype I've got, I'll just read it out because the light's a bit bright. It's the Midas Miser. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight in sharing life's riches. The shadow archetype is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Well, that speaks to me. So this is about the archetypal energy of the mother that we're going to be experiencing now and up to Mother's Day. So the Midas, the miser, they want to hoard, they want to keep hold of. So it can mean wealth, because that relates to our first instinctive survival energy, the root chakra. So we can keep hold of our external security to give us that inner feeling of safety and security. But the light attributes are entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So that can even be so much as sharing your gift, sharing your happiness, sharing your smile, sharing a little bit of joy out there to somebody. And the shadow is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear over losing your wealth. That's so prevalent right now with everything that's going on. People are starting to shore up. They're going into fear. They're not giving much away. Even if you don't have anything financial to contribute, you can use your emotions to contribute to make someone's day. So Jo says she would love to know my archetype right now. Where's Jo? That's Jo's archetype now. No, it's another Jo.
Wow.
So right now, Jo, you are the student. Okay, so tune into whether it's the light or the shadow that both will probably speak to. So the student, light attributes, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. The shadow is arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Okay, so that's where you are right now. You're a student. I'm sure you can relate to
that. Any questions?
that.
Anyone have any questions?
Okay, so let's just see how we can go forward in the most positive way. As dark as mine.
Not so dark. Like dark.
So how can we all move forward through this energy towards our next level of growth? Unlocking our inner potential.
Mommy?
Yes.
Why is it like we're on here and then it's on there?
I'm just reading comments here. So the video is happening there, and then I'm reading people's comments here. My pleasure, Jo. So how we can all move forward, tap into our next level is mediator. If you can see that very well. Mediator. These are the Caroline Myss archetype soul contract cards, by the way. So the gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So I'll read that again. Gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. Okay, so that reminds me of the Justice card in Tarot and the Judgment card, I guess. This is about being it's not about taking sides. It's not about going onto that side or going onto this side. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's bad. It's awful. Oh, they're terrible, and they're not. Stay in the middle and always question your own thoughts and emotions. That's the best way that you can start to heal, is to become the mediator in your own mind, to really question what you're feeling, how you're behaving, and what you're thinking, and seeing what place that's coming from. It's probably one of the best ways that you can start to address what goes on for you. So no final questions. I will let you go. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
And now you can see my room.
Say bye to everyone.
Bye.
Take care for now, guys. Bye bye.